Right, it's working.
Okay, this is a non-gematria lecture. This is specifically to show anybody who wants to watch this, and you can share it with people, what I'm doing while this coronavirus situation is taking place. Right, as you know, for the last few lectures I've got a bit of a cough myself. It's an old cough. Haven't yet got rid of it, but I will do. But this is what I'm doing to what I call survival in this situation. First of all, I'm going to explain what I'm doing dietary-wise, then exercise-wise, and then mentally and spiritually, to give you a whole holistic idea of mind, body and spirit. So, firstly, as far as food, I've gone out and bought things like mung beans, and we've got chickpeas, small beans. I've been sprouting some of these beans. This is these are from moth beans. They're not moths. They are small beans and they sprout very nicely. That's just beginning. They take a few days. You want to give them a week. This is lentils. I started sprouting lentils. Getting all over the place. Also alfalfa seeds, very good in vitamin K for people who are vegetarians. And you don't get it in any vegetables, as far as I know, just in alfalfa. And that's very nutritious for you. And a little bit of a bag will go a long way. You won't starve if you have sprouts. I also bought a number of packets of pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. This is together give you all the essential amino acids, so you'll have full protein if you take these to nosh on. Buckwheat, if you can get non-roasted buckwheat, you can sprout that as well. But buckwheat is a good food. It's not like wheat. It's not got gluten in it. It's got your high in iron and B vitamins. So that's a good food to have, and it goes a long way. I also take turmeric. I put this into cooking with black pepper. It's supposed to be anti-inflammatory. I used it when I was looking after my mother with Alzheimer's, and it slowed her progress down quite considerably by using turmeric. I saw a video which explained that an alkaline system, that viruses don't survive in an alkaline system. So this is a very good, I know it's an acidic food. It's called apple cider vinegar. It's a Bragg's one. It's got the mother with it. That means it's got the the cloudy particles of the apple in it. Very good. I need a new bottle. With a tablespoon and a glass of water, hot water, warm water, will, although it's acidic, it actually turns the system alkaline, and that will be good to ward off the viruses. This is olive leaf extract, which is antiviral. So I'm taking this now to protect me. A little bit a day. You can get this in Holland Barrett in London. We're not in lockdown at the moment. We can go shopping still, and we can go out of the house. This is vitamin D3, very important this time of the year because there's little sun. Sun is just beginning to shine. I've been outside doing some gardening. I think that's another thing. If you've got a garden, to start planting vegetables of some sort. I've planted peas, I've been planting carrots tomorrow. Vitamin D3 is what we lack without the sun. In my lecture 23, in my Gematria series, I show the connection between the coronavirus and the sun, and why sun is therefore important for holding back this virus. So that's the food one. Oh, this is a packet of alfalfa. I got this online. As a kilogram, I bought 2 kilos. I can give one to my brother. So this is very good food. You can get it, grow it, and deliver this stuff. You really have full food nutrition here for what you need. A few other things you can have. You can get. I've got nuts, bags of nuts, and bags of dry fruits like sun-dried raisins, sun-dried dates, that sort of thing, good and healthy for you. Okay, as far as physical things to do, like exercise, I recommend you go on, or you're on YouTube, but on YouTube you'll find lectures or videos on the 5 Tibetan rites. 5 Tibetan rites, or 5 exercises, which if you do every day, you will get your system Now, I've neglected doing those for a long time. I've decided to start going back to those because the virus hopefully will help my cough as well. So those 5 rights are really good. I'm going to show another exercise. My brother showed me this. He's a practitioner in osteopathy and naturopathy. He practices in London, and he showed me this particular exercise, which is very powerful. He won a competition, and it's about getting your heart beating and your blood flowing through your system. So it works like this. You start with your feet flat on the floor. I'll stand back here. Can you see my feet?
Yeah, I can see them both. They were originally.
Okay. So you see the feet.
Yeah.
My hands are up in the sky, my head forward. And as I bring my hands down, my head goes back, and my feet goes onto the toes, and I put my head right back with my arms right back. And then I come forward again, arms up into the sky, head forward, flat feet on the ground, and then I come back down again. Now,
good
you
exercise.
do that fast, and you do it at a speed, and you breathe in as you put your arms back.
Good exercise.
And you do that for 5 minutes in the morning. You can do it later in the day, midday, after the evening, and you'll keep your heart fit that way. It's a simple exercise that you can do. If you do that with the 5 rights, it will be very good for you. And if you want to go and do some yoga exercise as well, I do a few yoga exercises. And so that's the physical side. Mentally, I want to encourage you to not listen to too much what's going on in the news. Minimal amount, you want it once a day. You mustn't spend your day listening what's going on about the coronavirus. Your mind needs to be positive. You have to think about that you can cope with this. You have to keep telling yourself affirmations that I will get over this, I will cope with this, I will deal with this, and I will succeed in getting through this crisis. And you can do that even if you get the coronavirus. I also think in my mind that from a philosophical idea coming from Hasidus, that since everything is a creation of God, everything that exists has a purpose and a meaning, and the glue that makes the universe go around, let's say, is love, is the idea of realizing that everything God has done is for us and for our betterment and for our spiritual growth. And therefore, one has to have an attitude not of love, even towards that virus. If you get that virus and you say it out loud, I love you, virus, I love you, but I don't want you in my system, I want you to leave. The fact that you show and you feel that this is a creation of God, and that you love it and you want it to leave your body, it will leave. And you can see that to your cells of your body as well, because your body has more than just one brain. Your heart has a brain, your body has a brain, the cells have brains. You tell your cells that you don't want this virus, please expel it from my body. So that is a positive attitude to have continuously. If you ever feel you're getting into depression or you're feeling down and you don't know what's going on, then you must be positive. You must feed yourself with positive thoughts that you can cope with this. Things can go bad financially, things can go bad. Now, if you get this sort of food, you will survive financially. You won't starve. You will not starve if you have water and beans in the house, and you survive. And you have other things, you can get those in your family, and you can feed your family with things like that. So if finally you find you get into debt with things, don't worry about those. You'll cope with those later on, and that's what many people are going to be in. Many people are losing their jobs. Many people are going to be in financial difficulty. Maybe your council, maybe the government will help. You have to be positive about it, because being negative won't make the situation any better. And you have to have faith both in yourself, and if you believe in God, have faith in God or the source or whatever you want to call it. That is it. In my lectures I've been showing you that there is a super consciousness in the world, that everything is run and governed by the super consciousness, and everything that we are, it comes through that, because we have inside us a spark of God, a portion of God inside us. So our consciousness is just a hologram of God's consciousness, and our creativity is just an extension of God's creativity. God lives and resides in us as people. So with that hope, you should realise that your destiny is not just this life, it goes on beyond this life, and death isn't the end of the story. It's just part of the process of growth that we go through, and our closeness to God as we progress through these lifetimes. This is just another lifetime we're going through, and every difficulty we go through, you've experienced death before in previous lifetimes, you've experienced plagues before in previous lifetimes, you've gone through it, gone through war, and you've succeeded. And you tell yourself now, I'll get through this as well, and if I survive, that's because God wants me to continue, and if I don't survive, that's because God has got something more for me to do later on. So be positive, it's all positive. It might seem a difficult way to go, but we don't have to go that way, and it's all a test whether we will be positive and succeed in overcoming this problem. Wish you all success in this period that we're going through at the moment. I wish you all well and good health, and we should see each other in better times.